Hey guys, this is James again. I've started to have a couple questions about the final essay already, so just let me go over the guidelines really quickly and show you a couple things from an example or two examples using Kung Fu that we used from our first assignment one, our persuasive paragraph. Okay, so just keep in mind that now we're not doing a persuasive paragraph, we're doing a persuasive essay. So assignment 2 is a persuasive essay with a counter argument. We're not writing a brand new essay, we're just adding the counter argument to our first assignment along with a couple other things as well. So just let me go back to our first assignment here. And if you remember, our first assignment was a persuasive paragraph. Now, here we have just one paragraph where we have an indentation and it goes all the way down to the last period. This is what our first assignment should have looked like. Just one paragraph, no enters or anything like that. We start off with our topic sentence, which is our opinion. Okay. Now, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take our first assignment and we're going to change it and add a little bit more and have it look like this. So now, as you can see, this essay is multiple paragraphs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 5 paragraphs. So each paragraph has its own purpose. For example, this paragraph here is our introductory paragraph. And then we have reason 1 and examples, reason 2 and examples, reason 3 or our final reasons and examples. And then we have finally our concluding paragraph. So we're not talking about sentences anymore, we're talking about paragraphs now. Okay, so if you look at this persuasive essay a little bit closely, we can see that first of all, the introductory paragraph has things that we need. Okay, for example, if you look at the first 3 sentences here, we can see that this is background information. And if you look at the outline that I gave you, this would be introductory paragraph part A, basically. You can see that this background information tells us what Kung Fu is. It describes Kung Fu. It gives us information about Kung Fu. It tells the reader what Kung Fu is. It says these days there are many kinds of sports that children can choose from. Martial arts is one type of sport that can help build physical and psychological health. One type is called Kung Fu. Okay, so now we can clearly see with these 3 sentences, we know what Kung Fu is. Okay, Kung Fu is a sport, a martial art is a sport, Kung Fu is a martial art, so we can clearly see what martial art and Kung Fu is. The next sentence, it starts off with a signal. Okay, it's in boldface, so we can see that is a signal, and it says there are some people who believe that. Now this is a signal that we use to introduce the counter argument. So the counter argument says that there are some people who believe that martial arts and Kung Fu can be dangerous and not good for young children. Okay, that's the counter argument. That's the opposite opinion. Here is our opinion. This is our topic sentence. Our topic sentence is basically last, and it's going to tell us our opinion. But you notice that the signal is different. If we compare it to our first assignment, let's put these side by side here. And here is our topic sentence for our essay, and here is our topic sentence for our paragraph. Okay, you can see that, okay, the signal is different. The signal is different, but the opinion is the same. Okay, Kung Fu is the perfect sport for young children. Kung Fu is the perfect sport for young children. Okay, it's the same. Why is the signal different? Well, the signal is different because you are going against the counter argument. So here the counter argument, there are some people who believe that, some people, taram saram, and then, however, I'm going against them, or on the contrary, or on the opposite side. My viewpoint is, however, my viewpoint is that Kung Fu is the perfect sport for young children. So for your introductory paragraph, we need those three things. We need the background information. We must have it. 3 or more sentences. We need to have the counter argument, and we need to have the topic sentence. We need those. These next paragraphs, well, they're the same that we had before. Let's look at it again side by side. Now, if you look at it, first of all, an example, well, this is the same thing. It's the same. So each reason gets its own paragraph. In addition, for example, this one's a little bit different. The second reason's a little bit different because there are facts that are put into there now. So you can see that each reason has its own paragraph now. So here's reason 1 over here, here's reason 2, and here's reason 3. Okay, now it just has its own paragraph. Okay, and then the last paragraph is just going to give the reader everything one more time. Okay, everything one more time. So for the conclusion, you'll give your counter argument one more time. Counter argument Tashanban. Others think that Kung Fu and martial arts are not safe. Here is your opinion. Okay, and you can basically just go against the counter argument. You can say something like, on the contrary, I don't agree with their opinion. But again, we don't need to use contractions in there, so we can say, I do not agree with their opinion. So you can just say something like that, okay? But don't use mine, okay? Don't use mine. You're going to have to give the reasons one more time. Okay, to counter their argument, I have shown that Kung Fu is not only cheap. Well, that's reason number 1. Okay, reason number 1 says it's not a financial burden, but also teaches many important skills. Okay, many important skills. Okay, that's reason number 2. Okay, and then and lessons, teaches them lessons. Okay, teaches them. I'm sorry, skills is reason number 3, and lessons is reason number 2. But either way, to counter their argument, I've shown that there's a signal. Kung Fu is cheap, reason 1, but also teaches many important skills, reason 3, and lessons, reason 2. So you can see that this writer puts all the reasons again in one more sentence, in one sentence. Okay, you can use 2 sentences. 2 sentences is fine, but you got to get everything one more time in the conclusion. So the conclusion is counter argument one more time, opinion one more time, and reasons one more time. Everything one more time. And then for your final thoughts, you can see that, oh, well, this is just the last sentence. Same thing. The concluding sentence for your persuasive paragraph is your final thoughts for your essay. Okay, so that's basically it. So now, again, if you look at them side by side, you can see our first assignment, our persuasive paragraph, changes to a persuasive essay, and we just add some things to it. So really the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll go into your first assignment and you'll have to start hitting spaces, okay, and separating each paragraph into its own area. Okay, so here it is. Now we've got the beginning of our introduction. We've got our reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, and our concluding paragraphs, right? But you see, when I did that, there's a problem. Okay, so we need to do a couple things. So when you go into your first assignment, first you'll need to make sure that you indent each paragraph. Okay, you indent each paragraph. Okay, just like what we have here. Okay, every paragraph has an indentation or a tab. Okay, next you'll see that when you hit enter, it added an extra space. That's ande. We cannot do that. So don't forget, and this is where it says on your guidelines here, if you go down to where it says note remove spaces before and after paragraphs, remove spaces before and after paragraphs, that becomes really important now. So again, when you go back into your first assignment and you start hitting enter, you have to go into your downlock. I'll open the full page here. You'll go into your downlock, your paragraph, and you'll remove those spaces. That would be downlock duye kong back chego. So go into there and remove those extra spaces. Now you have something that looks like this. The spaces in between your paragraphs are the same. Now all you have to do is you have to just add your background information. Okay, your 3-sentence for your background information here. You'll have to add your counter argument to this, and then you'll have to change your signal for your topic sentence. Okay, next, basically you'll need to, we already have our summary of our reasons right on here, because this is Kung Fu is not only cheap but also teaches many important skills. This is the same sentence, so you'll need to add a signal to that. So for your concluding paragraph, you just add the counter argument one more time, your opinion one more time, and the reasons one more time. That's basically it. Okay, so that's all you really have to do. And also, don't forget to change the due date. Okay, again, I gave you 1 extra week, so the due date now is May 24th. Okay, it is not April 26th, so make sure that you do change the due date. Okay, and that's basically it. Okay, so let me go over the guidelines, okay, one more time here. And basically the guidelines are the same as our first assignment, so just a couple of things are different. Your assignment 2 is due on May 24th, 300 to 320 words. Okay, this is the same. Everything down here is the same. Your header is the same. Here's something new. For your final essay, your persuasive essay, you will use at least 10 vocabulary words. This would be from 137, 138. So let me add this here. 138. So you're using 10. You already have 5. You have 5 from your first assignment. Okay, so you're not making 5 new vocabulary words, or you're not making 10 new vocabulary words. You only need 5 new vocabulary words. You already have 5 from the first, so just add 5 new ones, okay? For a total of 10. 10 vocabulary words total, just 5 new from your first assignment. Underline those vocabulary words, okay? Underline them, okay? Just like what we have here. I want to see those words. Okay, use persuasive target and counter-argument language discussed in class. Boldface the signals. So if we look at our Kung Fu, make it a little bit bigger here, you can see that the signals, counter-argument signal, your topic sentence signal, reason, example, reason, examples, facts, reason, example, counter argument one more time, your opinion one more time, summary of reasons, and then your final thoughts. Make sure that you boldface those signals so that I can see them. Okay, so this is it. This is your example of Kung Fu, and I should see something that looks just like this when you give it to me. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's it. That covers your guidelines. Okay, so I'll post these guidelines again, and I'll post the video so that you guys can use it. Okie dokie. Okay, you guys. Uh, Again, if you have any questions about your final essay, please post it to the class cacao, and let's help each other. Okay, let's help each other out. Okay, that's it, guys. See ya.